like, share, and subscribe. Waiting has a purpose. Have you ever felt like you're just waiting, stuck in the in-between, watching life happen for everyone else, while you're standing still, waiting for a sign, waiting for a change, waiting for a person, or just waiting for the ache in your heart to finally go away? It's a lonely place, this waiting room of life. You pray, you hope, you try to keep the faith, but with every passing day, the silence gets a little louder. You start to wonder, have I been forgotten? Did I miss my turn? Is this all there is for me? It feels like running a race with no finish line in sight. You see others crossing theirs, celebrating their victories, while you're still on the first lap, out of breath, and wondering if you should just give up. This feeling, this heavy sense of being on pause, it can be overwhelming. You might find yourself scrolling through social media, seeing curated snapshots of happiness and success, and a little voice whispers, "Why not me?" You see the answered prayers, the dream jobs, the happy families, and your own waiting feels like a failure. It's a quiet, personal struggle that's hard to put into words. You might smile and say you're fine, but inside, you're counting the days, the months, even the years, and the weight of it all just keeps growing. Your prayers start to sound like broken records, repeating the same pleas, and you begin to question if anyone is even listening. This period of stillness can feel like a punishment, a desolate wilderness where you're left to wander alone with your doubts and your fears. I've been there. I've paced that same floor, stared at that same ceiling, and asked those same questions. And in my quietest, most desperate moment, I felt a gentle voice interrupt my anxious thoughts. It was Jesus, and he wasn't rushed. He didn't offer a quick fix or a simple platitude. Instead, he sat with me in my waiting. He said, "My child, I see you. I see your patience wearing thin. I see the tears you hide. But what you call waiting, I call preparation. This time is not empty. It is being filled with purpose you cannot yet see." He explained it to me like this. Think of a seed planted in the ground. On the surface, for a long time, nothing appears to be happening. The ground looks the same. There's no sign of life. An impatient gardener might dig it up, thinking it's a dud, Tatit. But beneath the surface, in the darkness, a miracle is unfolding. Roots are growing deep, anchoring the plant, searching for water and nutrients. A foundation is being built. Without that hidden, unseen work, the plant would never be strong enough to break through the soil and withstand the storms to come. Your waiting, he said, is your time in the soil. I am building your roots. This changed everything for me. My impatience, my frustration, it started to look different. It was like I had been trying to force a flower to bloom in the middle of winter. Jesus showed me that he is the master gardener of my life. He knows the perfect season for everything. He knows when the soil is ready, when the sun needs to shine, and when the rain needs to fall. My waiting wasn't a sign of his absence, but a proof of his intricate, loving care. He was protecting me, strengthening me, and preparing me for the harvest he has planned. Some believers said patience replaced anxiety. This is the truth I discovered. Once you realize that the waiting has a divine purpose, the anxiety begins to lose its grip. You start to see the stillness not as emptiness, but as a sacred space. It becomes a time for reflection, a time to draw closer to him, to learn his voice more clearly. It is in the quiet that we can finally hear the whispers we were too busy to notice before. It's a time of pruning, where he gently removes the things in our lives that would hinder our growth, old mindsets, unhealthy attachments, fears that hold us back. It hurts sometimes, this pruning, but it's always done with a loving hand to make way for new, more beautiful growth. I continue with his voice full of warmth. You are waiting for love, but I am teaching you how to be a person who can receive and give love in its purest form. You are waiting for direction, but I am strengthening your character so you can handle the responsibility of the path I have for you. I realized I wasn't on hold. I was being held. Embrace the stillness. Find joy in the small things. Learn to be present in the moment, knowing that the God of the universe is present there with you.